want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the bishops at Great Millstone that teach us this truth. They labor night and day to make sure that we get this truth. I want to give salutations, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, the 1/3. Shalom to all the speckled birds. Shalom to all the Akim and Aqua. Shalom to all GMS. Shalom. Well, driving this early morning. Get my daily bread. It's Friday. Hope everybody has a good day before camp. And basically what a lot of people got to understand, a lot of people watch our videos, but what they have to understand that this mark of the beast is going to be coming faster than what people expect. And it's coming. Well, also with it coming, before it comes, that's where a lot of craziness is going to come out. And that's going to be, dealing with Jacob's trouble. And as you already see, what they're doing in the housing market, so far as the people in the government, they don't want to pay for Section 8 and certain stuff dealing with HUD, and then they don't want to pay for the stuff with the health care. And a lot of people think, well, I have enough money now, it doesn't make a difference. But the thing is, just like in the 2008 housing crisis, when that happened, a lot of people lost their homes. And when people lost their homes, people's payments just kept going up and up. And people lost their homes. And some of those people, had renters in those homes. It just kept getting out of control. And that's how it's going to be when this thing keeps going down. Because people think this thing is going to get better. It's going to have a form of getting better, but it's really not going to get better. Because now, people are going to be totally under control. And the thing is, when Jacob trouble happens, it's going to be high tensions. And people are going to have no choice but to pick a side. Either you're going to pick a side with Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, or you're going to pick a side with these people of the world that actually think what they're going to do is going to make stuff better. When it's not. Because they can't make stuff better. They can only make stuff worse. And that's what's going to happen. Stuff is only going to get worse and stay worse. And if you think because you got food saved up, money saved up, that you're going to be excluded from it. Nah. You can't fight against a whole rack of people. This thing is going to get they want this stuff to get out of hand. Because, see, the thing is, they can always go down in their bunkers. You can't. You can't go down in your bunkers. And then if you do have a bunker, and someone finds out about it, they're going to try to make it their business to break into it. And that's what they're going to do. So, that's going to be the deal with that. And there's nothing you can do. Because once these store foods starts shortening up and there's no foods on the shelf, that's when people are going to really show who they are. When there's no alcohol on the shelf to keep you sane, that's when people really going to start showing you who they are. So, I will say, you should be saving up some food. But you should be, first and foremost, seeking Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. For those that are listening, those that's already in this, and those that are just coming in this. And those that are just listening. This is not for entertainment purposes. But how it is, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, they're only going to be protecting their elect. But if you feel someone might be of the elect out of Great Millstone, you might as well you better start listening to them. Because only that spirit of knowing what to do in a time of trouble is only going to be upon the elect. You don't want to be a part of those 2/3 that's going to be killed. Because they're thinking, well, when times get hard, they're just going to steal and kill. Nah. Only way to be out of this stuff, because we are going to be pilgrims of the earth, and we are going to be going from one place to another. But as we go into one place to another, it's not going to be just walking around, trying to figure out, let's hide here. You will have to fight. You will. Because you might have to be protected. You might have to try to protect yourself. So that's going to happen too. When you're going from one place to another, you're going to have to protect yourself. And if you got family, you're going to have to try to do your best to protect your family. And you also got to keep in your mind that, let's say you might lose a family during that time, a family member. You got to keep in mind that, hey, man, you got to keep moving forward. It's easier said than done, but stuff like that can very well happen. I think about that all the time. It's better to think about stuff. It's better to think about the worst than to think about the best. So when the worst does come, you know how to handle it. You know that you can say, yeah, I see that this was coming. And it looks like it's daytime, but I'm telling you, in the camera, in the human eye, it's still a little bit dark in this morning, which I kind of like. Have a little bit of chill time before work. But yeah, man, it just, these times are going to be coming upon us, and we got to get ready for them, because we will be moving about. I would honestly say you want to have some good shoes and probably a bicycle, because it might not be even any gas for you to even travel. You know, you have to see, when Jacob trouble happens, it's just going to happen. And you have to prepare that when it does happen, even though they got these movies out here, and they do a lot of pre-programming in your mind, but some of that stuff is going to be like that. Of course, we're not going to have no Walking Dead and people walking around like zombies, but some people are zombies to these drugs. But you don't want to put yourself in a predicament that you become a target out there. It's gonna be a test on our faith, and we're gonna have to be moving about to try to avoid all these wicked things that's gonna be taking place during Jacob's trouble. It's just like almost like what happened in Katrina. You know, people was getting shot, raped, killed. So you gotta expect for all that to happen in this time of Jacob's trouble. So some people might say, well, we are in the beginnings of Jacob's trouble. Nah, I don't call this the beginnings of Jacob's trouble. This is Jacob's trouble. It's different levels to the Jacob's. It's just different levels to the Jacob's trouble. And that's all that is. It's different levels to the Jacob's trouble. And since it's different levels to the Jacob's trouble, you have to know where you're at. And in different places, it's going to be different. It's just like the show, the little movie show, Civil War. They show some parts was more violent than other parts. So it's going to be like that. And then you're also going to have people that's during Jacob's trouble that be looking for times to act stupid. And then you're going to have some of those people that they're being paid to hunt people down during Jacob's trouble. And a lot of them are going to be trying to hunt a lot of us down. And a lot of people say, well, why would they want to do that? Because we are the chosen. And we speak the truth. And we're exposing Edom for what they're doing. So we will be followed and we will be hunted down. So as we are being pilgrims upon the earth, we have to watch our back constantly. Watch our back. Because we are being watched. Not just by our videos. That's why we gotta be careful when we go out there to the highways and hedges, not to be followed home. And then as in being that cat, I have seen agent-like activity that I'm like, nah, I know that this person is being paid to come up and to talk and to say a bunch of bullshit. Because if they were genuine, they would come back. Seen this one guy, he gonna come up to me and he gonna be like, oh, what are we talking about? And I just said, why don't you just come up and listen and see what we're talking about. And then he wanna do his little talk or whatever and be like, yeah, God this and God that. And then out of nowhere a car comes and picks him up, and then he's gone. A lady comes up in the car, pick him up, and he's gone. Then you see other people walking around, you know, doing little hand gestures, and they of different races, and you know, people walk around with sunglasses, and you're like, yeah, okay, I get it. These people are agents, man. They want to hear what you got to say, get a good look at you, so they can be like, yeah, you know, I walked past that GMS member, and yeah, they was like this and like that. Yeah, those people are getting paid. And any dirt that they can try to find on us that's old, they're going to spread to them so they can, you know, say a whole bunch of nonsense. But we're not going to worry about that stuff. Because our goal is to spread this message for the elect. Because there's still people coming in. And there's still people watching our videos and learning. That's why it's good for all of us to constantly put out videos every day, as much as you can, and post every day. Because you never know. You might have over 2,000 followers, but if you really look at it, maybe only 20 of those followers are really trying to learn something. And maybe out of that 2,000, you might have 200 that are actually GMS members that are following you and liking your video. So you gotta look at that too. And by us making these videos, we are encouraging each other. Brother look at another brother video and say something nice. You know, nice video, good work. That's needed. But we also got to keep our eye out for these agents. Because they're really going to be looking for that time when all hell breaks loose to try to get that kill shot. They're going to be looking for that. And we got to keep our head on a swivel. We got to walk circumspect, as the scriptures bring out. Watching everything around us. Just like, you know, the song with Nas, you know. You got to watch these, you know, that's close to you. Make sure they do what they're supposed to do. You know. You got to watch them. Because you know they be thinking about smoking you. Never personal. Nowadays is the ways. That is what the ways are of today. Just take your life. Especially when you out there preaching the word. And you gotta be careful with these people that are coming up to you up at camp. Don't shake their hands or none of that. You don't know where their hands, man. God wanted to shake my hand. I'm like, nah, I'm not shaking your hand. I'm not here for you to shake your hand. I'm here to direct you where the information is at, give you the information. And if you want to come in the fold, then you come in the fold. Don't, oh well. This is only for the elect, only for those that believe. With that being said, man, shalom.